So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Jones now operating from the gun. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Next the score, Steelers 7, Texans nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This is taken at his 4th. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
54.
Back to throw, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and, boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Banjo. And no time now.
Watson eluding the pressure right. Now the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. It's caught, Nelson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. From the 50, it's Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. 3rd down here.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's pick it up.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hauling it in, Nelson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, watch out. Check. 54 is down, he's coming. We want it. Come to my world. Take 4. Showing it. Slam. Say it.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike. Watching the drive. Focus, defense, focus. Mike 5-5.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. 40 wants the mic. 40 wants the mic. Hey, watch the slam. Watch the slam. Truck. 41's coming. 41's the mic. You can't block me.
On 3rd down, Jones looking for White on the deep ball. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. This is fielded inside the 5. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Check 3. Back.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Set. 19. Hey, here I come. Switch. Jim. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Tight dog. Check.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Let's go. Check. 55 to Mike. Echo. 55 to Mike. Drop deep. 55 Mike, guys. 55. And here we go. Watch the pass. 59. Mike 55. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. He may try and run for this. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing Jones. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Check it back. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Watch the eye.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, a run from White. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You better be afraid of me. Pick the edge. Come. Kill. Sponge.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. The 2nd down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mark 55.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he fields it cleanly. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
36. That's mine.
Now it's Watson. He completes it to Nelson. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. J.J. Nelson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Pittsburgh.
They'll run on first down. White. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 41. Check pass. Mike 41, Mike 41. You must be getting tired of seeing 41 Mike. Ready?
2nd and 10. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
41's coming. 41's losing. I think you got it, sir. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? All day, dog.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Bandit. Check 9. Hey, alert 3. Check 26. Check nickel. 25. Check 25.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 24. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I'm on. Go. 55 Mike, guys. 55. I got one. Go.
Now Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson, off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete to White. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
41's the Mike. No gain on this defense. No gain. 41's coming. 41's the Mike. Coming. Mike, trump. You got to wedge that. Too little. Tap.
Back to throw. Jones. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, 24. Echo. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Grover Stewart in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Hey, 31. Watch out. Check Mike. 54.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Check 99. Go. He's coming. We got double up.
The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Johnson was the intended receiver.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's White, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Watson. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. A pickup of 11 at a Texans first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On a jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And he's got room. That's good for 28 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 13. Line up. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 15.
On first down, Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On 2nd down, it's White. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
41 Mike. And let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Jones on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And all the way down to the 29. A big run there by Johnson, and even 50 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Watson. He finds his target. Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Check, 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 check. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, here we go. Under 10, under 10. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Check 4, check 4.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Check. Watch 54. Stop your whining. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check 24. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Slam. Check.
They give to Johnson going right. Finding room inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Check. Sweet thing. Jim.
They'll run on first down. McGee. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Tight dog. Check. Lucky. Hey, watch out. Check. Fresno. Check the backer. He's crashing. He's checking crack.
Johnson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Houston, there will be a few sighs of relief, no doubt, in that locker room as they get their first win in